Did you know that the vast majority of truly evil people out there in the world do not truly believe that they are evil? It's a really disturbing fact, but there are a lot of people out there that are evil down to the core, but they are convinced that they are truly good people. Believe me, I've seen it for myself. I mean, think about all of those bigots out there who think that they have a right to hate people and mistreat people and abuse people just because they're different. And the thing is, when you see bigots like that, they will do everything in their power to justify why they are so horrible to the innocent people that they abuse. That's really the scary part. Bigots like white supremacists, people who hate people who are gay, people who just do not accept people just for being different. They will do absolutely anything to convince people that they are in the right, to hate those people because they are not their kind. See, the world will never be able to function to its full, absolute greatest potential unless all human beings are unified with love, acceptance, understanding, and compassion. But bigots would think otherwise. There are lots of people that are convinced that they are good people and that the people that they hate and are abusing are evil and out to get them. It's absolutely insane. They are convinced because bigots will say that they love God, they love Jesus, and that God and Jesus are on their side, but they really don't understand God or Jesus at all, because if they truly did, they would never be mistreating human beings so horribly. Especially if they didn't do anything to hurt anybody. And really, bigots have a really twisted sense of reality. They will see things in such a twisted way that they will deny science, they will deny morality, they will basically defy any sort of truth to anything that goes against their beliefs. They don't realize that their beliefs of justification to why they are horribly abusing people who are different from them are just a cover-up. This pseudoscience, this warped sense of reality, these twisted beliefs that they have, it's not going to protect them from justice. They can't hide with their God is on my side shield, because God would never, ever, ever be on the side of anyone who mistreats someone, does not accept someone, or hates someone just because they're different. God made all human beings to be special, to be their own person, to do what every individual wishes to be happy and healthy. He gave us free will, And it is the job of humanity to follow our own path of free will and allow everybody else in the world to follow their path of free will. The thing is, nobody is hurting anybody when someone is just living life the way they please. Yet, people will be so abusive towards Hispanics, call them illegal aliens, and tell them that they don't have a right to live in this country because they weren't born here. When really, they're not hurting anyone. They're just living their lives, taking care of their families. And yet bigots will come up with these crazy excuses and beliefs, saying that they're like stealing homes, that they're stealing jobs. Stealing jobs from what? I mean, jobs are jobs. I mean, so what? They were qualified for the job, so they got it fair and square. You can't say that they stole a job that they rightfully earned from being qualified enough. It doesn't matter what their race is or even if they were born here or not. In the end, a job is a job and a home is a home. It's not stealing it if you're qualified for it and you can afford it. Also, you really can't be so cruel as to say to someone that they're wrong for having a sexuality different from yours. The thing is, if that sexuality makes them feel natural, if it makes them feel happy, if it really is their true self, who are you to say that it's wrong? I mean, just because some lines in the Bible may make you think that it's wrong, you can't not accept someone or be so cruel to someone as to saying that being themselves is wrong. I mean, you need to see it from a different person's perspective. I mean, how would you like it if somebody said that your sexuality was wrong, that your religion was wrong? You need to understand that some things are just for a person's health and happiness, and forcing them to change or saying that they need to change in order to get into heaven or something. You need to understand that that is extremely hurtful to them and it's not good for them, so it's wrong. It really bothers me that people misinterpret things like that or use the Bible as a weapon like that. Believe me, there's a reason why Marilyn Manson, in one of his many acts, tore pages out of the Bible. It was not out of hate for religion, not at all. It was out of disdain for how people misuse religion and use it to commit acts of hatred, use it as an excuse to hate people and mistreat people, and really use it as a cover-up from their evil. That was the point he was trying to make. And believe me, there are a lot of people that use religion as a cover-up and a weapon. Yeah, a lot of people do. And there are a lot of people that want to deny that. A lot of people that want to deny that religion can't be a weapon and that religion can't be used to cover up evil, but that's just denial because we've seen it all the time throughout history. Slave drivers back in the day, I'm sure they often read the Bible as they whipped innocent African Americans. I'm sure that they used religion as a cover-up. And let us not forget about the atrocities of World War II. I am sure that all of the evil people, the truly evil people that were mercilessly hurting and killing innocent people just because they were different. They all thought that they were good people. They did not believe that they were evil. They used their beliefs that they were good as a cover-up to deny their evil. People in cults do that as well, to manipulate people. Really, I feel that some people take religion way too seriously in a way that they morphs their beliefs in a way that are actually hurtful to other people. Really, I think what people need to do to define morality is to understand what is hurtful and what is not to either yourself or to other people as individuals. Mostly as individuals and not too much as an entire society. Because every human being is different. And we as humanity have to accept that. Human beings will always be different. And we human beings all live in the same universe. So in the end, we all have to love and accept one another, no matter what our differences are, or else we will never be able to survive, and God and Jesus in the heavens will never, ever be pleased with us. God loves all living things, not just people in certain categories. God's love is all about equality. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who would think that people like me are a complete traitor for saying things like that. There are probably a lot of bigots out there who would believe otherwise. Things like how the world is against our kind and that we need to fight to protect ourselves. That was the same mindset as a lot of evil people out there. It's just complete paranoia and insanity. It is only when we accept our differences as human beings and we accept what is hurtful and what is not, and what is healthy and what is not just for ourselves, but for other people. And some people don't seem to realize what is healthy and what is not. That's why it's very important to hear the voices of those who are victims of abuse because of their differences. That's why we have to understand them. That's why we have to feel what they feel. That's why we have to accept them, accept their differences, and accept that our beliefs were wrong and that we were a bad person for believing them. The only problem is people will go to the most extreme lengths possible. They would be willing to deny and defy science, reality, and history in order to hold on to their little corner of reality and not have to face the facts that they're wrong. There are people with really dark and harmful beliefs that would literally rather see all of existence disappear. They would rather have all of humanity perish. They would rather have the entire universe be completely destroyed than face the fact that their beliefs are wrong and immoral. People will literally kill other people and themselves just to hide from the fact that they are truly bad. They will literally separate themselves from reality, completely deny real scientific facts, deny real events in history, deny really the reality around them, to hold on to their beliefs with all their might, because they would rather see all of existence burn to nothingness than admit that they were wrong. But they don't realize they can deny it and defy it and ignore it all they want. They can't hide from the fact that they truly are evil forever. All of their wrongdoings, all of the horrible acts that they have committed, they can try to justify it as much as they want. They could try to justify it with their lies, with their pseudoscience, with their religious shield or whatever, but in the end, they can't hide from the fact that they're wrong. And eventually, somehow, some way, they will face the karma that they deserve. And they will either find it in life or in death. Either way, karma always wins in the end, whether in life or in death. You cannot escape the power of judgment from God. If you have done horrible things to innocent people, if you have had hateful beliefs and have abused people for being different, and really, no matter what you say, or no matter what you believe about how you've done nothing wrong, or if you love God and Jesus and you feel you've done nothing wrong, in the end, if you've been hurting people, if you've been hurting human beings or living things in whatever way, for such terrible reasons, just for them being different, just because you believed that they were evil, because you believed certain things that you felt would justify your actions. In the end, karma is going to get you, whether in life or in death. It's always going to get you. I know for a fact that all of the dictators out there in the world, I have seen through history, I've seen the YouTube videos of how the lives of many dictators came to an end. Some of it was sheer karma that brought them death. Other times it was at the hands of other people. Sometimes it was at the hands of themselves. They can try to escape karma with death all they want, but only hell awaits them. No person, no creature, no being in this world is powerful enough to escape their sins. A terrible fate always awaits them. I know there are a lot of people that probably don't believe in hell or heaven, but here's one thing I'm wondering. If they don't believe in heaven or hell, what do you think they think happens to them when they die? I mean, think about it. What do you think is a worse fate? Knowing that when you die you'll go to heaven or hell? Or a black void of nothingness, where you just lie there in total nothingness? Have you ever wondered what solitary confinement is like? Imagine that with darkness and no sound. Just nothingness. I really don't get that. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people who think otherwise, but for some reason I can't quite fathom what exactly happens when we die if there's no heaven and hell. Can anyone else imagine what that must be like to die when there's no heaven and hell? Just what really happens? Is there any way you can imagine that? Like, what exactly happens? Well, I know for one thing, any evil person who dies, anyone who has committed atrocities throughout their life and has not redeemed themselves by changing their ways and becoming a truly good person, yeah, karma, that's what awaits them. They cannot escape from fate. They cannot escape from their own doings. Their beliefs will not save them. Their shield of I love God and I love Jesus will fail them. Their denying of the truth, them defying and ignoring and staying away from reality, that's not going to do anything. You can't escape from the real world. You can't live in your own corner. You can't submerge yourself into your beliefs and think that everything is going to turn out okay. You have to face reality. You have to face the truth. Because if you don't, and you don't change your ways, if you don't accept science, if you don't accept morality, if you do not accept that your beliefs are wrong and you need to change, it will all be downhill for you for eternity. The only problem is there are people that are so unwilling to do that they would rather see all of existence obliterated than admit that they're wrong. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, is that how the world is going to end up ending? That some freaky world leaders refuse to accept the truth of morality, so they decide that the world is better off destroyed if the world is not what they want it to be? Yikes. Well, only through loving each other and accepting each other and for understanding each other and for being nothing but compassionate to everybody, no matter their differences. That is the only way that humanity is going to live on at its best. Only by loving each other, no matter what language we speak, no matter what our skin color, no matter what our sexuality, no matter what our religion, really, no matter what our differences are. We all have to love and accept each other. Because only when we do that will we truly thrive in humanity. And the bigots who think otherwise, well, they're the ones who will end up going to be punished by God. Because God put us on this world to love each other no matter what. Yeah, that is our job here in this world, to love ourselves and love each other and always be good people and never hurt others. not maliciously, not ever. It's very important that we understand that to be truly good people.